We keep reading from the book Winston Churchill, His Times, His Crimes by Tariq Ali. Churchill embroiled himself in what these days would be referred to as a minor terrorist episode. The Siege of Sydney Street, also known as the Battle of Stepney, was a confrontation between two Latvian Jewish radicals and the Metropolitan Police. From the Huguenots onwards, the East End of London had been a haven for those fleeing persecution in their own countries. Jewish asylum seekers and refugees had been victim to vicious pogroms in Tsarist Russia and its Baltic possessions. The Latvian Jews were raising money for the anti Tsarist movements at home, and they saw no need to change their targets simply because they were in a new and partially democratic country. A fortnight or so before the confrontation in Stepney, a group of recently arrived Latvian immigrants busy digging a tunnel into a jeweler's shop in Houndsditch were surprised by police who were unarmed. In the ensuing clash, the armed Latvians killed two policemen and wounded another before escaping. Newspaper coverage of radical Jewish activities in the East End in those times, anti Semitic, xenophobic, and tarring all residents of the district with the same brush, was little different from what is written about Muslims or immigrants today. The police were unsurprisingly determined to arrest the ones who got away. Two of them were spied entering a building in Sydney Street. Churchill was in his bath when he was informed. Instead of telling them to get on with it and arrest the men, he saw it as an opportunity. What was he thinking as he got out of the bath and dried himself? Was he going to play Marlborough or Napoleon in the East End? What fantasies steered his mind? Dressed to kill, the Home Secretary arrived promptly at the scene, which was being covered by Pate News in its first color broadcast, as well as by other news organizations. He struck a pose. Afterwards, the Tory leader Arthur Balfour mocked him in the House of Commons. I understand what the photographer was doing, but what was the right honourable gentleman doing? To capture two armed men, police reinforcements were not considered to be enough. Churchill ordered in troops, artillery in this case, and took effective command. The building, 100 Sydney Street, was soon on fire. Churchill personally ordered the Fire Brigade to let it burn. Two charred bodies were later found. What might have been a tiny footnote in London's turbulent history was never to be forgotten because of Churchill's involvement. A plaque in the street commemorates Peter the Painter as one of the Latvian revolutionaries was known. No stray bullet ever pierced Churchill's top hat, as was reported. That was simply color added to enhance his role.